Hello students, welcome to P.N.AMERSEY e-learning classes. Today I'm going to explain you poem number 6 from your Flamingo text, Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, written by Adrian Rich. First of all, let us understand about the poet Adrian Rich. She was an American poet, analyst and feminist. One of the most widely read and influenced poets of the second half of the 20th century. She talks about a woman's experience in her married life. She has tried to explore the inner feelings of a woman who is living under the dominance of man. Now, let us understand the theme of this poem. The theme of the poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers by Adrian Rich is how the power of the patriarchy controls women's form but not their minds. Patriarchy means male dominating society. The poem makes this point by presenting the wild, interesting, powerful tigers embroidered by Aunt Jennifer and contrasting them with Aunt Jennifer, the oppressed wife. Now, let us have the introduction of this poem. In the poem Aunt Jennifer's Tigers, a woman expresses her suppressed feelings through her art. Aunt Jennifer is the victim of the male dominated society. She has no one to tell her mental and physical pain. She makes a picture of a graceful and powerful tiger to convey her deep feelings. Now, let us start with the poem. First stanza. Aunt Jennifer's tigers prance across a screen, bright topaz denizens of a world of green. They do not fear the man beneath the tree. They pace in sleek, chivalric certainty. Here, prance means walk or the move around with high steps because you feel proud or pleaded with yourself. Here, topaz is a bright yellow color stone. Denizens means here an animal that lives on a or found in a particular area or places. Then sleek means elegant and chivalric. That means being very polite or honest, especially towards women by men. Now let us understand the first stanza. In the first stanza, the poet is talking about a lady whom she addresses as Aunt Jennifer. She is embroidering a piece of cloth. It could be a tablecloth or a wall hanging. The pattern shows tigers who are moving and jumping around all over the fabric. Here, tigers are described as bright crystalline animals that prance around their world of green. That means forest. They are bright yellow in color, like the color of the topaz stone. The dense green forest background is their home, and they are the proud and fearless citizens of the forest. Here is a contrast between Aunt Jennifer and her tigers. The tigers are fearless, but this lady, Aunt Jennifer, who is embroidering them, is not so. Now let us have the second stanza. Aunt Jennifer's fingers fluttering through her wool find even the ivory needle hard to pull. The massive weight of Uncle's wedding band sits heavily upon Aunt Jennifer's hand. Here, fluttering means to move in quick and irregular motion. Now, in this stanza, the writer is explaining the lady's fingers are trembling with the fear of her husband. She is pursuing her hobby in her free time, but probably she is still afraid of her husband who could scold her. Her fingers are so tired of working endlessly all her life. The needle is also heavy for her to pull out of the cloth. The words Uncle Wedding Band. As the band was bought by her husband, it is his till today. The lady is dependent on her husband. She is still burdened by the weight of the ring. Weight means the encirclement or trapping that has fallen upon her by getting married to him. She has been burdened by the obligations of married life, has become the man's property. She has been living a demanding life due to which she has worn out in her old age. Now let us look out the third stanza. When aunt is dead, her terrified hands will lie, still ringed with ordeals she was mastered by. The tigers in the panel that she made will go on prancing, proud and unafraid. Here, ordeals means extremely severe tests or experiences, and prancing that means move around proudly. In this stanza, writer is expressing the wishes or the feeling of the Aunt Jennifer. Her wish to live a free, fearless life is indicated by her choice of designed tigers. It shows her innermost desire of being strong, fearless, which has been overpowered by her husband. Probably her ordeals will end upon her death. Her frightened, shaking fingers will be put to the rest. But still, even after death, the ring shall remain on her hand. Her husband's rule over her is not yet over. After her death, her desire of freedom and fearlessness shall remain alive in these tigers which she has embroidered. Of symbols used by a writer, by poet in this poem are tigers. Tigers used as a symbol of freedom and courage. Topaz is used for brightness and hardness. And denisons is used for freedom. And wedding ring used as a symbols of oppression. So I hope student you would have understood this poem. Thank you.